You and Woody Harrelson are friends, right?
Yes.
You shared a little story in your book about you and Woody getting together and bonding over vegan food and the vegan lifestyle. Talk about first meeting him.
Well, we're talking about it being lonely, and I was lonely in the beginning of making this choice. I mean, for various reasons in my personal life, but also I just felt a bit I was going through a hard time in general, and being vegan was even more isolating. So it was like, you know, just complicated times being really famous, being really young, being and being vegan when and finding that's talking about it with people, no one was very interested. No one really cared. And I felt like I was walking around screaming fire, rape, murder, like in the streets essentially. And everybody's like, I don't care. What? I don't care. So that's hard when you have something that you know is so not okay and no one cares that much. That was really hard. And so I remember being at a PETA, I went to um, a PETA event that the Pretenders played at, Chrissy Hine, that's so cool. And then and Paul McCartney played. And they were honoring many people, and I was one of the people that was honored. And I remember getting this letter from Paul McCartney from the Beatles, wrote me a letter honoring me for this event. And I was so, it was just so felt so good. So I went to this, and I remember looking over at uh, Woody Harrelson and thinking, I've seen him at a bunch of these events, and but I haven't spoken to him. He just seemed cool. He was sitting on the floor with his wife and a bunch of people, and I just thought, oh, they just seem like my people. And so I called him, I think a month or two later, and I said, "Hi, I'm feeling really sad about what's happening to the cows and the pigs. Can we talk about it? And what can we do?" And he said, well, do you want to come to Peru with me? And I was like, okay, sure. He goes, well, we'll go help save the rainforest. And I thought that sounded like a really fun, good idea. So we did. And that's how we became friends.
And what was that adventure like? Talk about what you guys got up to.
Oh, it was beautiful. We were canoeing down the Amazon River. We were eating amazing. Oh my God, they would make these tamales. The vegan tamales were so incredible in Peru. And we would have, I remember Laura, Woody's wife, brought this goddess dressing that I had never had before. And this goddess dressing, it's making me want it right now. We would put it on all these pickled vegetables that they would make, and it was divine. And we had painted fruit every day, which is a recipe in my book called Crocodile Crunch. And and we would have, like, Laura would bring with her. So she was so inspiring to me because she would bring with her her almond butter and her, what else was spirulina, and then she would sort of gather, a little, and probably she brought maple syrup too, I suppose. But somehow she would make this yummy sauce that would be bright green, and it was spirulina, hemp, um, like hemp milk or any kind of non-dairy milk, or and a little. You could put orange juice in there. Sometimes I do that, and spirulina. What else is in there? Oh, and nut butter. And it just makes this green, delicious, insane sauce, and pour it over wherever you are. We went to Cuba together actually a long time ago, and we made it all across Cuba as we were driving around across country. So, um, you can kind of make, when you have these little tricks, you can make do anywhere with anything, which was lovely, and they really taught me that. So I had um, I had such a good time on that trip, and I it made me realize that it was really that this was I was already so passionate, clearly, to make the choices, but I saw in them a way of living that was not attached to the work that we do as artists, that we can appreciate and enjoy that, but it was okay to also leave it all behind if you didn't like it. And so I sort of was like, forget that. I'm not interested in the acting right now. I just want to focus on trying to heal this world and do what I can.